Hello, YouTube family and friends. How's everybody tonight? I hope we're all doing well. I hope everybody's doing good. Um, Couple things I wanted. We're not going to do. I know it's Watch Wednesday, but we're not going to do a Watch Wednesday. I've been really busy with my daughter coming down in a couple days, and I had something else I wanted to talk about tonight. So I hope everybody that is subscribed will, at the very least, if they can't so much indulge me, they'll at least forgive me. So, actually, I want to touch on the personal stuff and then on the other stuff that I'm going to touch on tonight. Like I said, my daughter, who I've been talking about in other videos, will be here in a couple days. So I've got a lot of work ahead of me. I wouldn't have, but I've been doing stuff to make my patio nice because she likes to sit outside out here and look at the palm trees and the seagulls and stuff. So I've been doing stuff to make my patio nice. And that's been taking some time. So I got some work to do inside before she gets here. So my daughter's coming and I'm very excited about it. That's enough of personal. Now, again, I'm not doing a Watch Wednesday tonight. I wouldn't really had much of anything anyway. And I won't be doing a Friday Night Live because, again, my daughter's coming. But I am going to talk to you about we're going to do true crime tonight. That is the goal of this channel for the most part. And again, I'm not doing Watts, but for those who won't indulge me, at the very least, forgive me. Eric and Lyle Menendez, I talk about them some on the Friday Night Lives. Well, as it turns out, I got news on that. So for y'all who might not have heard it, let me read you exactly what I have. Give me a second. The Los Angeles County Superior Court Judge Michael Jessic on Tuesday resentenced the brothers to 50 years to life. Under California law, the brothers are immediately eligible for parole because they were younger than 26 at the time of the crime. Now, if you do further reading, it does go on to explain that it does not guarantee parole. They are not guaranteed parole. But now they're eligible for it. So I would like to keep that updated. I really would. I'd like to keep that updated and see where that goes. Because as I've said before, anybody that watched me talk about this on a Friday night, a lot of people are... I'm seeing a lot of... almost a 50-50 split. A lot of mixed reactions. A lot of people are... oh, they should never get out of prison. They belong in there. They killed their parents. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then there are another split of people that are like, yeah, but they've been in prison over 30 years. They think they should be eligible for parole. Because they weren't originally. They were originally sentenced to life. So here's my take on it. And of course, some of you are going to agree with me and some of you will not. And either way, I will see it in the comments, which is great. It gives us a chance to talk about it. But here's my take on it. All right. Okay. I use Gypsy Rose as an example on this. Gypsy Rose did not actually kill her mom, but she did participate in the, as she puts it, I didn't do the actual kill. Okay. But she did participate. At the very minimum, she got somebody else to do it for her. Right? We all know that. Nick Godejohn did it for her. Some people believe she actually participated on the physical part of it. Some people don't. My point I'm getting ready to make is this. Whether she did the actual kill or just planned the kill, her mom is dead. Now, her claims, and I've heard different things on this too, was that it was medical abuse. Now, I do know for a fact that in order for the courts, in order for the court to only give her 10 years, to try her differently and separately from Nick Godejohn, and to only give her 10 years, there had to have been proof. There had to have been proof of medical abuse. I've heard a lot of people say, oh, it's just a bunch of shit. It's just fake. Maybe some of what she's saying is fake. It probably is. But not all of it. And the thing I want people to understand on this is, first of all, there is proof of it, of medical abuse. You got to think about it. Along with the medical abuse comes mental, physical, and emotional abuse. Because they kind of fall in line with everything that was done to her medically. You know what I'm saying? So while she may have known about it longer than, of course, she admits to, and this and that, the other, I don't want to get into it. But I use Gypsy as an example on this, and let me get into that. If Gypsy can be, and what did they sentence her? They couldn't give her second-degree murder because there's no such thing in Missouri or something like that. Or no, they had to give her second-degree murder because the other charge they were going for doesn't exist in the state of Missouri. But she was sentenced to 10 years for the planning of it. The planning of murder, the buying the knife, everything she did. Okay. But she participated at some level in the death of her mother. Now again, could be medical abuse. There is proof of some medical abuse. Otherwise, she wouldn't have done just 10 years. But whether you think she was 100% guilty, 100% innocent, she was sentenced to 10 years and only 10 because there was abuse. There was medical abuse, which also has its own physical, mental, and emotional. Okay. Because she did plan everything, she only got 10 years. Okay. But if she can do 10 years or however long she was actually in there, and she's running around scot-free, willy-nilly, living her best life, having relationships, getting married, getting divorced, cheating on her man, having baby, whatever. If she can run around and live her best life, my opinion is, and some of you are going to not like me for this, and some of you are going to totally agree. My opinion is, if she can participate in her mother's death due to abuse and only get 10 years, the Menendez brothers have been in prison for 37 years already. I think at the very minimum, they deserved a resentencing, which they got. Because of the resentencing, they are now eligible for parole. We don't know that they'll get it. But I said a long time ago, at the very minimum, they need a resentencing, which they got. Because like I said, if Gypsy can do what she did, she's out here running around doing her best life, they at least deserve a resentencing. And I believe after 37 years in prison, they should be paroled. And here's some of the key differences. Yes, they did kill their parents, but they killed them because of all the sexual abuse. There was lots of sexual abuse in the family. The dad was doing a lot, and the mother knew about it and never did anything to help them. She turned a blind eye to it. Is killing their parents right? Absolutely not. But there wasn't just the sexual abuse. There was physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse. There was tons of abuse in that home. So many of their family members on both sides stepped up in their defense. And that's partly why they got a resentencing. There was, I forgot what I was trying to say here. There was evidence that was not even allowed in the first two trials, because there was actually two separate trials. There was evidence not even allowed in the first trial that was apparently acknowledged for the resentencing. I was worried that they wouldn't get resentencing because the new DA is very conservative and very strict, very by the book. So there was some talk that they might not even get the resentencing, but they did. So I feel like that they've already served 37 years. Another big difference, a key difference, is Gypsy did nothing in prison to improve her life or to help anyone else. And she's done nothing since she's been out of prison but wreak havoc. The Menendez brothers, anybody that's familiar with this case or has followed it at all knows that while they've been in prison, they've improved their own lives. They have gotten college degrees. They helped other prisoners. They have, be more, they've helped improve other prisoners' lives. They've set up charities for children. They have done all kinds of stuff to not only improve themselves, but they've done it to improve other people. So while you got Gypsy Rose, who did 10 years, and she's out here running around willy-nilly doing what the fuck she wants to do, you got these boys who, yes, they did the killing. They absolutely did, and they lied about it for a long time. I don't even deny it. But they did 37 years already. It's a long time in prison. And not only did they do the 37 years, but as I've already said, they have done things to help themselves, to help other prisoners. They've helped with charities. They've done all kinds of stuff. So I think that they at least deserve parole. Now, I know there's going to be probably quite a few of you that's going to agree with me, and there's probably going to be quite a few of you that don't agree with me. And that's perfectly fine. That's what makes this great, is we all are entitled to our own opinion. And as long as you're not rude, it's your opinion's fully welcomed here. I've only had one or two, and all the time I've been doing this, I've only had one or two truly horribly rude comments left by people. Just very few, very minimal. Kind of in the beginning, I was getting some, but I haven't really received hardly any since. So I'm pretty confident that everybody will be respectful to me and to each other, because you guys, for the most part, have always been. The main core of this family have been very respectful. So I'm pretty sure you will continue to be. But yes, absolutely, I think they deserve parole. I don't think they should be running around loose willy-nilly, like Gypsy Rose has been doing. But I do believe they should be paroled. Now, here's some challenges. When they were put in prison, there was a lot of things that they didn't, a lot of technology that they didn't have than they have now. There's a lot going on in the world today. There's a lot of technology changes. There's just a lot of unrest and social changes and this and that, the other. So this is going to be a new world for them. And I hope that they are getting counseling or will continue the counseling once they're out, because on top of being released, if they get paroled, on top of being released, after 37 years in prison, there's been a lot of changes in the world. And it might be a lot to cope with. Some people, I know stories of people that have been released from prison after being in prison for many, many years, and they don't cope. They don't adjust well. So that's another thing. But yeah, they have now been resentenced and are eligible for parole. So that's what we covered tonight. I will not be doing a Friday night live. I'm got too much going on. I'm so excited about seeing my daughter. I haven't seen her since Christmas. I haven't seen her since Christmas. I talk to her about once a week, but I haven't seen her since Christmas. And she's bringing her boyfriend, who I've come to adore. So you won't see me Friday, but I'll be back with Wednesday. And by Wednesday, I might have something on the Watts. Who knows? I probably will. In the meantime, though, everybody be blessed. Happy birthday if it's your birthday. Happy anniversary. If it's your anniversary, I hope everybody has a good one. Be safe, make good choices. Because I care about you. I want everybody to stay safe. Alright? And don't laugh too hard at the hair. I went out with it freshly from the shower. It's naturally curly anyway. I went out after my shower and I had it brushed out and everything, but it was really windy. So it is a mess and I can't do anything with it right now. I've brushed it and everything else. It just goes nuts. I haven't straightened it. I thought about straightening it. I haven't really done that. That's the only thing I haven't done. But anyway, everybody be good. I expect to see you all in the comments. Have a great night and see you next Wednesday.